In 1898, a short war changed the destiny of two empires. One was old and fading, Spain. The other, young and ambitious, the United States. In just 4 months, this war would turn America into a global power and end Spain's centuries-long empire. This is the thrilling story of the Spanish-American War. Spain's empire was crumbling, but it still controlled Cuba and the Philippines. In Cuba, revolutionaries had been fighting for independence. The U.S. watched closely. Cuba was only 90 miles away, and American businesses had huge investments there. American newspapers, led by William Randolph Hearst and Joseph Pulitzer, fueled public anger with yellow journalism, sensationalizing Spain's brutality. America's heart burned for Cuba's freedom, but also for its own interests. On February 15, 1898, tragedy struck. The American battleship USS Maine mysteriously exploded in Havana Harbor. 260 sailors died. Headlines roared, "Remember the Maine! To hell with Spain!" Though the true cause was unclear, Americans blamed Spain. The nation demanded war. On April 25, 1898, the United States officially declared war on Spain. While most Americans focused on Cuba, the first shots rang out half a world away. On May 1st, Commodore George Dewey led the U.S. Navy into Manila Bay in the Philippines. At dawn, the battle began. The Spanish fleet was outdated, no match for America's modern steel warships. In just a few hours, Dewey destroyed Spain's entire Pacific fleet. The U.S. now controlled the Philippines, shocking the world. In June, American forces landed in Cuba. Among them, a volunteer cavalry unit led by Theodore Roosevelt, the Rough Riders. July 1st, 1898, the Battle of San Juan Hill. Under heavy fire, Roosevelt and his men charged uphill. Against the odds, they captured the heights. This moment turned Roosevelt into a national hero. Days later, the Spanish fleet tried to escape Santiago Harbor. The U.S. Navy trapped and destroyed them. Spain's Caribbean power was broken. With defeats in both Cuba and the Philippines, Spain was finished. On August 12, 1898, Spain and the U.S. agreed to a ceasefire. In the Treaty of Paris, Spain gave up Cuba and ceded Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines to the United States. In just 4 months, the United States had defeated an old European empire. Cuba was independent, though heavily influenced by America. Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines became U.S. territories. The Spanish-American War announced to the world America had arrived as a global power. From Havana Harbor to Manila Bay, the Spanish-American War was short, but its impact echoes through history. Empires fell, nations rose, and a young America took its first step onto the world stage.